Hello everyone, this is my 5-minute video about the process of creating my binder, and as well as what I've been thinking about and communicating wishes to my family about. My name is Mariah, and creating this binder and video was really hard to think about the process, about the possibilities of my passing, but also very heartwarming and relieving knowing that I created this just in case something does happen, so my family and loved ones do have an idea of what my wishes are, as well as what I would be giving to those loved ones. To start off with my first section, Advanced Healthcare Directives. Personally, I would choose my mom to be my agent. The reason I chose her is because she's someone who knows me well. She is a part of my family and someone who has been there for me my whole life. She also shares a lot of the same values as I do. She knows my wants as well as my needs, and she is someone who really cares about my wishes. And she knows what I would have wanted, and she would abide by that. Also, like in regards to talking about this with my mom, she was very, very happy that I chose her to be my agent. It was also very, like, something that was very sad for her to have to consider, but she was very honored that I would have her be my agent. Also, it was very surprising for a lot of people in my family, as well as really close friends, to know that my mom would be my agent. My mother and I have a very close relationship. So, in regards to cultural factors, I am Christian Catholic, and my family has always been buried together in the same graveyard in Culbertson, Nebraska. That's where my grandparents are buried, my great grandparents, and I would definitely want to be with them. And that's how a lot of people in my family think about where they want to be after they are buried. I also believe that a DNR is appropriate in the situation where if I were not able to function without life support. This is just something that everyone in my family feels is right, including myself. When my grandpa passed away, we just knew that he's always expressed to us that this is something he would not want to live. He would not want to live in pain or not be able to communicate with us. He would want to go and pass on so he can be with us in heaven. Also, participating in research or organ donation. I do have it on my license that I am an organ donor, and I am very much into that. I think that is important to provide people who are not in the healthiest of situations with organs that could potentially save their life. And on the other hand, though, I don't feel like, with regarding to my beliefs and my wants, I would not want my body to go to research, because I want to be buried with my family, but also have my family be at peace that I am in one place. For my other section, section 2, in regards to my possessions, I discussed what I wanted most, where I wanted most of my possessions to go, and that was to my immediate family, as well as really, really close family friends. There are certain things that were given to me or have sentimental value regarding certain people, such as like an expensive piece of jewelry that my sister gave me, and I would want that to go back to her because it's sentimental to her. I would also split things up pretty evenly between my family and close friends, mostly my family because they've been there for me through my whole life, and most of those things are sentimental to my parents, such as things when I was little. The conversation was somewhat like emotional regarding sentimentally valued things, but also comical when it came to certain things, such as my car. My car is pretty beat up from a hailstorm when we were driving through Colorado, and it's just kind of a funny memory. It's basically totaled, but it would go back to my parents, and this is just something that was comical for us to talk about. Brought up good memories and good memories to look back on. What drove my decisions more regarding my items was sentimental value more than anything. I have boxes of things of importance to me, like scrapbooks, jewelry, and even items from when I was younger. And it hit me a bit with the emotional side when it came to thinking about these things. And also comforted me by the fact that I would be providing my loved ones with memories of me to look back on. There were some decisions I was really proud of, nothing really embarrassed about, but one decision that I was proud of is that I have a letter for each of my loved ones within my binder, letting them know how much I love them. This was really a difficult part for me to do, but writing these gave me closure, and it also really heartwarmed me to know they would have something so special from me and unique to each individual, if I were to pass. I was also proud that I wrote my significant other, my boyfriend, whom I've been dating for about 6 years now, something within his letter letting him know that it's okay to fall in love again and that this is something I want for him. I also let him know that I'll always love him and it's okay for me to love me always, but to move forward with his life and know that living his best life would mean a lot to me rather than just really looking back on my passing. And I want him to move on from that, but also keep me in memory. These kind of statements were also stated in many of my other letters to my close relationships, to not dwell on the sadness of my passing, but to grieve and also cherish the memories that we once had and know that we will be together again someday. And then moving on to my section 3, I didn't really have a discussion with my parents that were different from their wants and needs from body disposition, and I hope to be buried, but also afterwards have a celebration of my life and know that my family and friends can come together and be happy regarding the good times that we've all had together. This is a form of body disposition that isn't much different from the wants and needs of my family and close friends. They expect me to want to be buried near family as well as have a celebration of some sort. That's just kind of my personality, and I just want everyone to be happy when they're around me when I'm passed. And then regarding people hearing about my passing, I hope that many will hear about on Facebook. I'm very active on Facebook, and I keep in touch with a lot of family and friends that I don't get to see very often. I have a lot of family in different states. My grandparents get on Facebook. They don't really text. So that's something that would be really useful. And my mother and father, they would take on my passwords to that. And after their passing, give that to my siblings, my 2 sisters. My parents are really terrific at communicating with all of our loved ones, and they're very close to a lot of the people I'm close to, and it would be great. They would be really good at handling this sort of communication. My family would also communicate to loved ones through text messages as well as email. Not only this, but in regards to the celebration of life or the funeral, my parents would send out invitations, almost like a Christmas card, with photos of me for a keepsake for others, just to send out to everyone and invite them to attend my services. And then regarding my last section, I had a little fun with this. It was really important and fun for me to think about. In this last section, including the letters and passwords that I would pass on, I would also have directions to where I buried a time capsule that I made in high school. This contained letters as well as memories from my high school experience, and has a lot of important memories to me that I would like my family to have fun finding and to commemorate me. And including these items, they made me feel happy that they would have such great memories to pass on. I would have great memories to pass on to my loved ones, so they can keep me within their memories, along with a hint of my personality still with them when finding my time capsule. And that's my binder, and I hope to continue to add on to this if I have any fun ideas. I'm really relieved that I was able to make this. I never really contemplated making one until I took this class, just because of how young I am, but I think it's important to realize that you never know what will happen, and I'm very relieved that my family and close friends will have this video or even my binder to look at, and I hope to continue to work on it.